Isn't having neighbours wonderful? How long am I going to have to put up with this noise? As you can see, it's not going to be stopping anytime soon. It's actually been going on for several hours. At least I assume several hours. I got home from work an hour ago and it hasn't stopped. Hopefully during editing, I've managed to tone it down a little, but I kind of need to get an episode recorded, and I don't really have time not to. Yeah, I kind of used up all of my pre-recorded stuff, considering my microphone broke for a bit. I'm going to make sure to try and record as much as possible when that noise isn't playing. But obviously while I'm watching, that might not be possible. Anyway, Danshi Koukousei no Nichijou. Quite a fun little show, quite adventurous, quite random, and full of violence I've seen so far. And quite a few characters that I'm immediately drawn to. And I don't remember a lot of them. But if you're here for a few laughs, then stick around. And I shouldn't have to say this, but don't pause the video and then send me the screenshots. No one's ever going to look good, especially not this mug. So sit back and try to see how much of your past, present, or maybe even future holds for you in the daily life of high school boys. Or girls. Because that was added at the end. Let's get on with it. I'm never going to get tired of that little riff. So they're not doing the radio broadcast anymore. Really? Really? Is that how it's going to start? I think pretty much, I'm guessing here, but pretty much everyone has experienced just times like that. Not really doing anything, maybe reading, maybe just resting, relaxing. In silence. There is, you're allowed downtime. And it's quite a parallel, I guess, to how the group acts when they're together. It's never quite that uneventful. Are we going to spend the rest of the episode doing nothing, or is that something actually going to... Hopefully he was just scratching his back there. Curious. It's like, are they talking about TV? They seem to be... What is going on here? It's never been this perverse in their conversations. And I don't I don't really experience anyone changing their personalities drastically like this and how they speak around so-called friends, at least. How about just exposing yourself and saying hi, see if they keep talking or not? What the? Who? What? How can you confuse two, I'm guessing, like 30-year-old blokes who seem to be wearing high school gear with your friends who also sound like them? It is an all boys school, yeah. I was about to second guess myself. And does she have constant blush on her cheeks? Because I've seen her several times in the outro. Probably not the three that you'd want to come across straight away. The delinquent, the guy in the hat, and the guy who looks about 40. Trying to be accommodating. Nicely done, lads. Put them right off guard, haven't they? It's usually how it goes. You got to have a reason for trespassing. What were you expecting? A mess? So they're flipping the usual. Because it is usually the other way around. I like how they're flipping the perspectives. Is that even a word? Well, I wouldn't really say inferiority complex, but yeah, she's very competitive. She wants to outdo everyone, obviously. I like how they all had the same expression. Has he been there the entire time? Even while they were playing cards, he was just hiding there. Okay. Oh. Oh. Was that on purpose? Yeah, it was purposeful. I don't know if it was necessary or not, but he's treating her like he would a normal guy, so I'd say it's fair. Gender equality and all that. What was that just now? Looked like she had blood coming from her mouth. Ah, my question has just been answered. Cool. Very nice. Now, if it's anything like the play in the outro, this is going to be terrible. I really hope it is actually quite good, though. That is some confidence he has in it, isn't it? And they're already frightened before they go in, so those two are not going to handle it. I don't see anything other than newspaper. Well, one's down. What's he? A butcher or? I saw what was hanging from the roof, and yeah, exceeded my expectations. I will admit. Not a scream. And what's at the end? Yeah, now you've lost. Wait, that's the president. It seems, yeah, a bit unfair, but a bet's a bet. I wouldn't like to win in that way, though. It depends how much winning really matters to me, though, at that point. Hmm. I was about to say they seem to be getting on well, but they're doing the job, and once they don't have to, it's very little interaction. Hmm. So you're right. It does feel like just two people thrown into a conversation. This is quite well done. Yeah, I was about to say. He doesn't have much experience with high school girls, and she doesn't really have much experience with high school boys, but she apparently knows quite a lot. Keep calm, dude. Okay. No, yeah, that was acting, wasn't it? You see, there's no real need for this, love. Wow, you're bringing out the... almost being as demeaning as she is right now. He wants out. Can't entirely blame him. He has quite the aura about him, doesn't he? So he just put really menacing next to her, and yep. Not the kind of performance I'd be interested in, but seems a bit better than the eccentric guys one. Okay. It's the. Well, we haven't seen much of the boys yet, though. Unfortunately. Ooh, nicely done. Playing on her competitiveness. And then acting real smug. That little smirk. He kind of deserves to get smacked. Is he actually going to fight back, though? Because he might be better at getting like her emotions riled up. Some background music. Oh, nice! It's turned into a proper fight scene. This is like an old side-scrolling beat 'em up now, isn't it? That's what it sounds like. This needs to be a bit more synthesized and 8-bit. Well, so far, she's thrown quite a few hits and he hasn't really retaliated. Are they getting the chair? Oh, I thought they were getting the chair then. Is she going to lose because she's giving in to anger? No. He's not skilled enough, is he, to take advantage of the fight? Nothing else. Degenerates. Okay. Yeah, he hasn't done too well in this fight. Don't say that now after you've already accepted. You're just admitting defeat and trying to get out of it with some sort of dignity. No. Yep, she deserved to win that one. He's playing it off. Very nice. He knows how to think on his feet, doesn't he? Just leave him there. Make sure he's not dead, but just leave him there. I think that's about as much care as we need to give him right now. Oh, okay, fair enough. She's, last time that she was in it, they were saying about how she doesn't look. Well, let's cut to the chase, doesn't look too attractive. Oh, so you actually wanted to talk about his feelings and be a bit deeper. No, don't get someone else involved. You handle it yourself, or you. Well, embarrassing, yeah. Just deal with it. Might be painful, but get it over with. Sometimes you need someone to put it in these words. You know, it might be embarrassing, but get over yourself. Just get on and do it. Kind of needed that talk back in high school myself, but oh well. Bit late now. It's going to be those fucking lookalikes again, isn't it? Or would that be too obvious? Oh dear. Are we still during the cultural festival right now? I think I've only just realised that it's Kazuhara as a cat in the front just now. Jesus. I can't watch this again. This is. Are there words to describe this? Terrible, I guess. And the redeeming factor. Oh, jeez. But yeah. Interactions between boys and girls, especially during high school, is going to be slightly awkward. Especially with people that are not socially adept. More so when they're two separate schools where the sexes are segregated. Humour. Spelled wrong, but. Wow. Is she compensating or something? Oh, boys are so disgusting. Yeah. Which one is it? Is it going to be, what's his name? Do we know this? Come on. Wow. Great way to start a conversation. Or did you actually want to have a back and forth and a dialogue there? It's not the way to go about it. I would hate to live opposite them. Ha! Meta jokes again. I like it. Give them sweets. Appease them by sending girls chocolates. I'm not going to comment on the social thing they're trying to talk about there. Were they talking about one of the writers there? I'm not good with names. That's a lot to unpack. The girls are definitely more forefront with their violence. If that's true in real life, yeah, I can probably attest to that being partially true. The fight scene. I thought it was making some kind of good, almost clever point about competitiveness, and sometimes it boils over a bit much. And you can throw aside the social norms, such as, you should never hit a girl. And then he used that as an excuse for his loss. I think Kazuma said it quite well when he says about gender equality. I have no patience for one who talks about female privilege when it suits them, and then complains about someone not being a man when it's convenient. It flipped on its head during the fight scene, but essentially is, yeah, we're all equal. But as soon as the tables have turned slightly, it's because I couldn't hit a woman. Yeah. You can't have both. I'm sorry, but not double standards. What the hell was with those doppelgangers? Not only did they, from behind and side views and whatnot, look quite convincing to be the two friends, but also sounded quite close, if not identical, to them as well. Does that happen in real life? But also, was he, at the beginning when he was alone in his room, was that not because it's just some downtime, sometimes we just do nothing for a while? Or was that leading up to that segment where he was talking to No because they didn't invite him to stuff? Kinda clever way to link those two scenes, if that's indeed what it was trying to do. Obviously, I'm not that smart, so it might not be anything of the sort. You can work that out yourself. And of course, how can we forget the true test of skill? Not screaming during a horror, scary, haunted house thing. She had the conviction to go all the way through without screaming. Even though each section of it, the eyeballs, the guts, the ghost monster thing, the headless dude. I'm sure there was another one. Oh well, it will come to me at some point. None of it really got to her too much. She was able to maintain her composure. But it was the switch. When you finally revealed the council president, it's because it wasn't a scary scene. She had built up her immunity to screaming for being scared. That wasn't fear reaction. That was a shock, surprise, and probably a bit of disgust. Still counts. And it was funny. So, that's good enough. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If it's your first time watching Danshi Koukousei no Nichijou alongside with me, then let me know down below. If it's not, you can also let me know. I don't want more comments or anything. That's not a shallow attempt to gain some attention. If you have enjoyed it, only if you really want to, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Check the description down below to get any news on shows that I'm watching, to join in with the discussion and other stuff that happens in Discord, or check out my Twitch. I do stream on both Twitch and YouTube. It's just I want to get more traction for the Twitch account. Hedging my bets there. But what's most important is that you guys enjoy yourselves. And on that note, that's it from me. So, stay adequate, and I'll catch you next time.